We are here for episode 3 of Kickback with next up, the U Sports special, the U Sports recap. It was a very busy weekend. I don't know about you, but I was in London and I had about 4 different results up on my phone that I was trying to cross-reference and check the entire time. Having a little bit of a breakdown, but there was definitely a lot of interesting things. What were you doing on the weekend?
I was training. I was at home. Well, I guess I was in Waterloo, but yeah, no, just paying attention, getting word from different results. Yeah, it was a good weekend. Some crazy performances, honestly.
Well, I mean, let's do our athlete of the week. Who was your standout from the results that you
My
looked at?
standout was obviously there's 2.
Okay.
I think you can argue between 2 for me personally. The one I chose was Ryder. I think 33.63 on a flat track is disgusting.
Yeah.
Like, actually crazy.
That was so good. I got a text from you saying,
Yes.
"Oh my God, did you see what Ryder did?"
Yes, bro. I texted everybody I knew. I was like, this is unbelievable. And then 660 from Tyrell Davis, Manitoba also, which actually makes the men's 60 so much more interesting.
Yeah.
Because at first you're just like, Travis is going to run away with it. But now
I thought it was over. But
now he's got real competition. Like, now I'm like, this is great. This is actually what we needed.
Well, I think 660 is probably a top 5 of all time.
Oh, for sure.
Sports.
For sure. I think it's. I imagine it's third.
It could be third.
Yeah. Either way, it's just nuts. Like, it's yeah. So we're literally having like 2 of like the fastest 16-meter runners ever in USports.
That's your boy. You know Tyrell? I know you raced him a couple
That
times.
is my boy. That is my
What's
boy.
he like? I've never talked to him.
He's a good.
I had one interaction.
Yeah.
I don't think he remembers, but last time we were in Manitoba for USports, I was crossing the track. I guess it was before the 60, maybe before one of the relays that he was running, and I was crossing the track, and I feel like I'm pretty good at this whole track and field thing. I'm aware, so I looked both ways. Right, I'm trying to go by. And then he just popped out of nowhere. I think he must have went around the bend.
Yeah.
And just whipped right by me, like, super close. And I was like, oh, shit. And then some guy from Manitoba, some coach was really heated. And he came up and said, "What are you doing? He just pressed me. And I was like, I'm sorry. Like, there's nothing else I can say but I'm sorry. I need to go do my job. There's something going on. And,
Where's Tyrell play into this?
he was the guy that was bad at me. He was like, you know who that is? He said, you know who that is?
Okay.
That's Tyrell Davis. He's blah, 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 blah.
Oh,
I was like, I'm sorry. I didn't,
okay.
I'm just,
yeah,
my apologies.
Watch out next
So I
time.
like Tyrell. I don't like that coach, though, because he was a little rude with
Yeah.
me.
No, Tyrell's a good kid. Like, I keep calling people younger than me good kids, and I don't know if that's disrespectful.
That's
but
unk, bro.
Tyrell is a good kid. Like, I like him a lot. So I hope he does. I hope he runs faster this year. But yeah. Anyways, Ryder is my athlete of the week. Demon. I used my pick to win. So my pick is looking like a good pick.
That's
right
true.
now. Who's yours?
My athlete of the week it wasn't my pick to win last week because I hadn't done enough research, but I put her in my my rankings for a medal in the weight throw because I could see that there was some stuff going on, but she hadn't opened it up yet. But this weekend, Janae Shomachuk went crazy in the weight throw. Whole series was crazy. I think the biggest throw in the country was 19.3 or something. But she had 4 throws over 20 meters and then a big, what was it? A 21 point, which is just like blown past. Yeah, 21.3
Holy.
is just massive. And she put up a video of some of her throws and just looks like a badass.
Yeah.
Was just screaming as a proper weight thrower should.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Picking your athlete of the week as a weight thrower.
Yeah.
That feels performative to me.
You think it's performative?
It feels like you're trying to cater to the field audience.
Do you feel that picking your athlete of the week being a sprinter is basic?
I don't think it's basic.
You being a sprinter?
I think you need
to broaden your horizons.
I think that if there was not, how do I word this? I think you chose the weight thrower because you're like, I want to make sure everybody feels representative, which is great. That's how it should be. But I just feel like I don't know if that's your true athlete of the week.
I will say this weekend had like some insane performances.
Because
we've already said a couple, but I'd say there's probably like a half dozen performances that are like all time, genuinely.
Well,
but
who do you want to start with?
It was on a performative thing. I felt like
I think it was performative.
No, it felt good. You know, I was like, you know what? I had this.
So
inkling,
so
and it
you're
paid
telling
off.
me.
So it's just my ego. It's
So
my
you're
ego.
telling me you went through the result. You went through the results. You saw Janae. Is her name right?
Yeah.
You saw Janae throw, and you're like, "Holy smokes! This is my athlete of the week."
Well, I went, oh my god, that because I was looking during. So I saw her first couple throws,
Yeah.
and I saw something over 20, and I went, holy, that seems really
That's a
big.
crazy throw,
And I
to be
went
fair.
back, checked the rankings,
Yeah.
and said, okay, that is big. I just want to confirm because I'm not an expert.
Yeah.
And then saw that she threw a couple more of a 20 and a 21-3.
Yeah.
And I
that's
went,
nuts.
holy guacamole.
So what is like in?
It's number 4 all time in USPORTS. That's still.
No, that is crazy. That's
like,
crazy. I
if
mean, it's
Tyrell's
yeah,
3,
it's comparable to Tyrell.
but
Tyrell.
maybe objectively wouldn't have been if I hadn't mentioned her last week.
My-
It felt like since I
Yeah,
mentioned
you
her,
didn't
I
even
was
have her
like,
to win, which is why it's
Okay, well-
performative. You get what I'm trying to say? Like this guy's not serious. There you go. Anyways,
Okay.
my point is my what I want to say is that what is that like? What does that throw look like? I'm curious. It's look like in terms of like relative, like just Canadian weight throwers in general. Like how good is that throw? Like I don't know. I'm asking. Do you know?
Well, I know she said it's number 4 all time in USPORTS history, and frankly, especially in the throws, I don't think there's a lot of post-grad continued
can't
training.
win.
Like a lot of people, yeah, obviously we have world champions, so that probably bunks it down because a bunch of her throws are way, way, way bigger.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying in general, like a lot of the athletes that are really good in the throws, once they're post-collegiate, they don't get as much support. Like I've talked to throwers,
Yeah.
like what's his name? Mary Tennant? No, not Mary Tennant. That's my old teammate. Grace Tennant
Grace, shut up, Grace.
was like a national medalist every year, pretty much trained with Liv, trained with Sarah, but this wasn't getting the financial support, so she
Yeah.
retired a year or 2 ago.
I feel like
So-
this comes off as me like belittling her throw. I'm not. I actually just don't know. So I'm trying to educate myself. I also feel like
I
'cause
wouldn't know
Davis
in
didn't
the
have her to
general.
win. I find it performative that he's now saying she's the athlete of the week. I think he's trying to make up for it. But anyways, sorry, Davis. Let me throw you under the bus.
That's okay.
Another couple good results on it you want to talk about. I want to talk about Sienna,
Yeah.
649.
Yeah.
I want to talk about women's
That's
long jump in
ridiculous.
general because Sienna 649, Rebecca
Which
622.
is just, I think that's a 20 centimeter PB, maybe 25, like
From who? From Sienna.
from Sienna.
Yeah, and then Rebecca.
That's
I think it's
insane.
also a 20 centimeter PB from Rebecca, right?
Yeah, just about.
And then
So there were 4 total women that are now over 620, which is it's pretty ridiculous.
yeah,
So
Sienna?
yeah, Shalane. So actually, Sienna's was in the pent, which
Yeah.
I think is
disgusting.
already crazy thing. Shalane's was also in the pen because they were competing together out in Alberta with a 627.
Yeah,
Hannah Haggerty, who we hyped up last week, popped out a 626. I think her PB from outdoors is 28.
something like that.
So that's kind of what we expected.
Yeah.
She also ran a fast 60,
Bro,
744, I think.
yeah, bro, that's nuts. I think she's third, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, third or tied for second in the rankings. That's nuts. So she could double medal, man. She might.
Just a athlete.
Yeah, bro. She might.
It's up.
She might do something special.
And then yeah, Becca and these. Well, I guess Hannah's was probably in the open long jump rather than the
Yeah.
pent. But then Becca went down to Cornell all alone and popped out a 622, which is
Yeah, man.
pretty nasty. And the thing is, she said that was gonna happen. She was like, yeah, this is like because last year she jumped her PB, which I think was 602 at Cornell, and she was like, I'm going back to Cornell. It's big long jump vibes, and
Mystic Becca.
delivered.
She knows. She can predict the future. Yeah. So shout out women's long jump. That is what I'm excited to see. But also your boy Jude.
Yeah. So Becca was in Ithaca. Queens went to Utica, which is also in upstate New York. Very confusing. And the Queens squad opened up. Actually, from our little birdie inside source, tells me they were running the meet an hour and a half early.
Oh.
I guess they were really efficient, and I get maybe in the States they don't care about going early. But I think the 1K was the first race that was on the docket for the Queens team. And they arrived at the track about like 10, 15 minutes before
That's hilarious.
the ahead schedule said that they were going to be running it. So our homie Hannah Goodjohn hopped out, did a stride or two, put on her spikes, and then hopped in the 1K
That's insane.
as her 1K debut.
Oh.
As a self-proclaimed not very fast person. That's not. Normally she'd be up in the 3K, but
Yeah. Impressive.
I guess there was enough time for Jude to warm up properly. Because, yeah, he ripped it solo. I think he ran 2:22 on the flat track. I think second place was like 4 seconds behind him. And then with conversion, that's like a 2:20 point, which is number 1 in the country by a good margin.
Yeah.
This kind of, I would say, feeds into, I was saying, like, the past weeks that we don't know with some of these distance runners, especially Jude, I'd say caters more towards the 3K with how good he is in cross. Maybe this means he's going to be doing 1K 15. I don't know. I don't know what you think about that.
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know if I think anything about that. It's the distance has always confused me because it's like, Jude, what is Jude's specialty event?
Outdoor, he runs the 15.
Yeah.
Pretty exclusively.
But he can also run the 3K, right?
Yeah.
And he can also run the 1K.
Yeah.
It's just like
That's
they
the
can
thing.
run all
When you're
three.
a really good distance athlete,
you can do all three. So it's just I struggle to like kind of understand everything with the distance. Like I don't know what this person's specifically gonna run at this specific moment. Like what goes into a distance runner running a 3K this week and then running a 1K the next week. You know what I mean? It's just all so confusing.
I will say, I got it dialed in because we were talking about FISU last week, my bad. Jude's going to be running the 3K,
There you go.
not the 10K at FISU. So, would definitely,
So then wouldn't that lean to him?
yeah, that'd be, I'd say, make it a lot more possible and capable to be doing shorter distances. I feel like if you're running a 10K, then
You'd be doing
it's hard to
3K.
also do a K.
Yeah.
I mean, that's where he won his first and only USports title.
In the 1K.
Yeah. First year of university, didn't cut it, didn't get to USports. Second year of university, went and won a national title.
It's tough. Well, it's a good story. I know you also want to talk about your people out in Victoria.
Yeah, see, this is just more distance
More
stuff that you don't
distance.
care about.
No, I care about it.
But
I care about
yeah,
it.
the Victoria team sent a little contingent down to Washington. Must be nice just to be able to hop over the border like that to a fast track. Reigning USports champion at 3K, Maddie Ebergen, dropped a big 3K time. I think just like dominated the field also. I think she ran 9:09 on a flat track, but it's flat, but it's oversized, so I think there's no conversion. I think it's just a 9:09 overall, 9:08 rather. Which is that's pretty damn fast. I don't know. I think it must have been a PB for her. I know she's ran fast in the past. And then they also had two ladies. I suppose it was just in the 15. Marisha Thompson, who went to FISU in the summer for the steeple on Team Canada, and then Erin Owens, who is a new one to me, but I might reach out to
Your connects.
my correspondent on the Vic squad.
Who's your correspondent?
Victoria alum
Okay.
Elise.
Elise.
I can't remember her last name right now.
Well,
Put me on the
what
spot.
a correspondent for you.
AWOL Elise. I know Instagram handle.
Okay.
Phenomenal photographer, videographer. Who also was on the FISU squad last year for the 5K.
Very cool.
So, but now she's graduated, but she still trains with them. And she was telling me a couple weeks ago that, the Vic squad is going to be doing their thing. So,
It's dope.
well, and also like Marisha Thompson with a 4:15. That's for one really fast.
I'm like basing what's good, how far it is under USports standard, and that is quite far under USports standard. So
I'd say
I'm
that's
very
like an
impressed.
outdoor time.
Yeah.
And like especially in the 15 longer distances, like it's a much slower indoor than outdoor. So
I believe we had.
that's pretty badass.
Do we have Olivia winning the 15?
Yeah. Well, I was really hyped because my girl O Coop out in Alberta on
OC.
home turf
Yeah.
won her race, dominated the field, put the fastest time in the country up there, and then down in Washington there were some sneaky races that popped her down to 3. But I think she had a great race.
She's got some work to do.
Yeah, you think she should run faster?
She has to. She doesn't have a choice.
4:15 indoors is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
It is an oversized track, so I don't know if we should expect to see anything like that the rest of the season on 200 ranked or 200 flats, but that's pretty gnarly.
All right, so now.
Any of that interest you?
Yeah. Well, before we talk about what I actually want to talk about, not that I didn't want to talk about the other stuff, but what I do want to talk about, I want to talk about Lara Denbo,
Yeah.
who I had winning
Yeah.
USports. I don't know if you had her winning. You'd
I
Chloe
put her in
winning.
second. I put
But
Chloe up
177 opener.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Yeah.
Yeah. It
Well,
hurts being right.
my caveat when we talked about it was saying we don't know if she's healthy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But
that's true. She did run a 60.
definitely healthy.
Yeah. Yeah. Anyways, just wanted to point that out there. What do you want to talk about actually?
Actually,
you go first.
you go first.
No, you go first.
You go first.
No, I was going to change the subject.
No, I'll go first. So, Laura Denville obviously did super well, but also just shout out to our girl Tricia from West, who I think jumped 185 because she just yeah. She's not in university.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, 185. She went to what was it in the summer? Pan Am, U20 Pan Am's, 23. She was on that team. We met her at nationals. Super good energy, and yeah, like 185's gnarly.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
Okay, what's your big topic?
Well, I just wanted to talk about last week. We didn't get to the relays, our predictions for relays, and so you don't seem excited to talk about that.
I frankly,
yeah.
That's too much data for me.
Well, okay. So the one thing I feel like I want to say,
I'd love to hear everything you have to say. The thing is, I feel I try to keep as good track as I can of all the teams and all the athletes and all the events. So when it comes to relays, that's just a whole like separate thing for me. But I'm happy that you're on top of that.
Well, last year, I need to remember who won USPORTS last year. I believe Guelph did. In the 4x4, or did I make that up? Was it Manitoba, or was it Windsor? Oh my gosh,
it might have been Windsor.
Either way, this year, if healthy, in the 4x4 specifically, I have Western winning.
Interesting.
I have Western winning, and I feel like people don't understand, and because for some reason they just never run, but like they actually have the best 4x4 squad in the country. Thomas Helen, if he's healthy. Yeah, I know he hasn't been healthy for a couple of years.
He ran a good 6 on the weekend.
He did. He ran a decent 6, yeah. But if he's healthy, I've always said last year, Thomas was my actually, because, it was Western 1 and 2. Last year, I thought Thomas was going to win the 300. That's how confident I am in Thomas. Josh is still here. He's a little hurt right now. But if he comes back healthy. And then Aaron.
Yeah.
3 of the, in my opinion, the top 3 300 runners in the country. Obviously, now Ryder being around is a bit of a problem, but my point is, I got Western winning it, and then they have this first year Emmett, who's apparently really good. So that's why I have winning. On the women's side,
I will say just about the men's 4x4. Yeah. I was talking to our boy Luca on the weekend.
Oh yeah,
we were on the phone, and he was saying he put out there. He said, "Yeah, our team's winning the 4x4."
Luca from McGill.
Yeah, he said McGill's gonna win the 4x4. They got a squad. I think they're probably gonna be running it properly for the first time this weekend. And also, I don't think we mentioned it last week. I don't know how we forgot, but Ottawa.
And that was my next point. I have Ottawa coming second.
Okay, because they ran really well last year.
Yeah.
I think everyone's just gotten a year older. I don't think they've lost anyone. I think one of their guys was a first-year 800 runner who's just leans to the speed side.
They're returning the exact same team. They're all older. They're all better. And I know David Malungu, who's like essentially their ace.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Well, even
he was a little hurt.
Yeah, even in the summer, he went to FISU for the hurdles, and he was running. What was it, 46s?
Yeah,
46 points on the relay.
47 lows.
To the point where I don't know if you talked to him about this, but he was telling me that like some of the AC people were reaching out saying like, "Hey, we might want you on some relay camps."
That's his story to tell.
One more aspect of this that I found on the weekend, our good friend Doyen.
Okay.
Has retired from the sport.
Oh, you announced it this year.
And I said, and she agreed with me that David has to win her a USPORTS gold medal. Like, what's a better story than that?
I hear you. Okay. No,
there's a lot of motivation. So McGill has the motivation of their team being canceled.
Yeah.
Ottawa has the motivation for the OG.
And Western
got?
Western
a bunch of old ass dudes.
Okay, relax. Western hasn't won it.
I love Aaron.
Western's been touted to win it for the last couple years, and they haven't. This is their redemption. They need to win it. This is their last chance.
Yeah, honestly, they've had a very good squad for
Laurier's also got a really good team. I'm a Laurier fan.
That's what my old coach from Laurier was telling me at Windsor. He said, "Watch out for our relays."
Watch out for Laurier, man.
I don't know if I really believed him, but do you think that's real?
I do. I also will get back to the 4x2 and 4x women and men's 4x2 next week because I need to do some more research.
Oh, okay.
But on the women's side, Saskatchewan, I believe.
Yeah.
Saskatchewan or Guelph 1 and 2. Saskatchewan looks like they're going crazy right now, but I mean Guelph have obviously Diane and Nicole. So
hold on, yeah. What am I agreeing with? I will say I think they ran 300s out in Alberta, and I believe there's like, I think number 3, 4, and 5 on the rankings is all Sask.
There you go.
Um,
Yeah. Let's go find that out. Let's go double check.
so
this.
that's what I think is really interesting when I was looking through, and then they
Yeah,
have Hallie
1,
Woodhouse at the very
2,
top,
and 4,
and
then
5.
300, and 5.
So their entire 4x4 is
Yeah.
in the top 5.
You're gonna tell me this isn't the favorite? I know Guelph have Diana. I know they have Nicole.
Yeah. I will say the thing, looking at like the team aspect of it about Sask, is obviously like according to the numbers they're pretty up there. They're at the top.
Yeah.
But looking through, they have like chunks in the rankings. You know what I mean? Like they're in the 300. They have 4 women. I think in the hurdles, women's hurdles, they have like 3 women on next to each other. They have these little like blocks, which must mean they have like just great training groups, and girls that just work hard together. But like, do you think that will work the same at USports at the championship meet as it does during the regular season in the rankings? Because like Western always packs the rankings, especially at OUAs.
Yeah.
Western has a huge roster with so much talent and so much like spread of talent, but you're only allowed to take so many people to USports.
Well, that's what I learned recently. Obviously, being at Waterloo, like the amount of people we took to OUAs was never an issue.
Yeah.
But at Western, that's like, oh, you actually have to be selective with who you take because everybody hits the OUA standard, but it's like you can't take everybody, so you got to like be strategic with who you take. So it'll be interesting. I don't know, man. The way Sask swimming is looking right now, I'm favoring them over Guelph. Call me a Guelph hater. I like Guelph, but I got Sask. I got Sask winning, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. I think we already said this probably the past couple of weeks, but I think by the end of the month we'll get a much clearer picture because I think there's still a lot of people that haven't opened that will be impactful, especially to the top squads that are vying for a national title.
Yeah. Well, I think we can wrap it up here, honestly.
You don't want to talk about the 4x2s?
I don't know enough about the 4x2. The 4x2s is so messy. I know 4x4s are like a little messier, but like 4x2s are just chaotic, and I need to see it because you can mess up your handoff so easily.
Yeah.
I also like shout out Windsor. I liked Windsor. Oh, I feel like we didn't mention this last week before we happened this. Shout out York. I like York's team a lot. Brandon, I forget his last name, but he's
I know. Yeah, the 300.
yeah, he's a slider. I know we got a little hate last week for not mentioning him, but he actually is a slider. Like I've known he's a slider.
I was watching him at Windsor, and I was saying like I would want to make sure I see his race because he
he's
ran so well outdoors.
Oh, I also made one mistake last week. I didn't have last year's USports silver medalist in pole vault in my top 3.
Rachel Grinke?
No, Emmanuel.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, I actually just somehow it slipped my mind that he came second.
There's
So
a
I need
couple
to
people that slipped my mind.
So I need to. Well, we'll redo the list at some point, like
Yeah.
closer to championship season. So obviously, when more performances come out, but yeah,
Someone that I forgot that I got flack for was the USports champion last year in the 1500, Julia Agostinelli. Didn't put her at all ranked in the 15. I had her in the K, but not the 15 because
silly.
There was too much going on when I was trying to write everything down.
That's silly.
But again, like I think I said about 14 times, like the 15 is pretty gnarly, especially now with these girls from Victoria running super fast.
Yeah.
Like it's a pretty packed event. So I definitely will put Julia in there, show her the respect.
I think
But the 15 is gonna be gnarly.
we got a lot of hate for our time, so I think now's a good time.
Important question.
Thank you.
What would you folks who are watching want the ideal length of these to be? I think we'll probably put up a poll, but I'd say like 20 to 30 minutes.
Yeah, or
30 to 45
or
45 plus.
Yeah, that seems fair.
We'll go with those 3.
Yeah, we'll have to think of a lot of things to say. We'll start playing games when it's 45 plus. Like, what are we even going to talk about for 45 plus minutes?
E-Man will be trackside at the McGill Team Challenge this weekend.
I won't be.
We'll be going down there.
I won't be.
I'm trying to convince E-Man to go with me so I don't have to ride.
I will not be going.
But McGill, I think, will definitely be interesting. I didn't realize how big of a meet it is. It's like it's similar in size to the Windsor
team
meet.
Challenge. Yeah. No, it makes sense.
Like there was like 800 athletes signed up, so that'll be very very interesting. We'll get a lot of results,
Oh,
and
and
I
then
think
New
there'll be a
Mexico.
lot of relays there.
Yeah.
I think we'll probably see McGill, Ottawa, and your boys from Waterloo all in the 4x2. Who do you
sure.
think's gonna take the dub?
Between those three,
Yeah, between those three.
I probably McGill.
Hope Turf.
Yeah.
Do you like the
probably
McGill track? Have you ran the
I've
bank?
never ran there. No, never actually. They actually asked me to go, but I refused. So I'm not going 8 hours to watch. So decided to go do something else with my weekend. But yeah, no, McGill probably have them. I think when you look at these 4x2 teams, it's like who's got the best athlete? And of the three, the best sprinter. I mean, you can actually argue between David and like Malongu for Ottawa and Luca with McGill, but like who's got the best athlete?
I think in the 2, it's probably Luca.
Yeah. And so who's going to get that pole position? I'm going to say Dave, Luca and McGill, but Ottawa would be close. I think Waterloo's got a good team, but they're probably better suited for the 4x4 just in general.
Okay.
Can we please wrap it up now?
Well, that's all we got for you
Thank
this week. We'll be back next week. If there's anything, as always, that we haven't talked about, you think we should discuss, you think athletes we should talk about, anyone to look out for in the season, let us know. We'll see you next week.
All right. Bye-bye.